Greetings to all who may be watching this playthrough of A Medieval. This is made by New Blood Studios, and it's essentially an attempt to bring the old Raven games of Heretic and Hexen into modern-day technology, specifically a version of the Unreal Engine.
It came from the age beyond the ages. From the space beyond vision. Wheeling in an abyss of infinite darkness. We were minute among a myriad vast ones. Bright amid a myriad dark ones. We failed.
Yeah, it may be in the style. As you can see, it's got this sort of medieval look and design to it that the Raven games had, which I do like. Sort of a fantasy FPS feel, I believe is what people called it. And we start off here in the Gateway of the Ancients, which serves more like a Quake-style selection area. Down here, we have easy difficulty. Less enemies, more pickups. Not for me. Down here, we have normal difficulty. Normal enemies and pickups. And you have to make a jump in order to get there. Perhaps this is not your destined path. Perhaps not. I've played this difficulty before and I found it a bit too easy. And down here we have hard difficulty. More enemies and normal pickups. And as you can see, we have to do a little bit of platforming in order to get there. Yep. You are not worthy. Turn back. Yeah, I'm still not worthy of a challenge as easy as this difficulty. There's gotta be a way to crank things up even further that I'm missing here. Is there something down here, I wonder? Well, that answers my question. Also, I got an achievement for that. Well then. So, clearly there's nothing down there besides death. Still, there's gotta be something. There must be something. Some way to crank this up to a level suitable of my tastes. Something down there, perhaps? We should go and investigate. Ah. Ooh. Evil difficulty! Yes, we are going to be playing this game on Evil difficulty. It's my first time playing this particular difficulty mode. Hopefully, it'll be enough to at least keep me interested.
Save our lands.
Evil has overrun our sacred lands. Free them. And that is my furthest extent of the knowledge of this game's plot. Travel to the Astral Equinox to pass this gate. That leads to the second episode of the game, because there are a whole bunch of different episodes of this game. And visit 2 episodes to proceed. I think there's like 4 or 5 episodes down there, 1 over here, and of course the first one right here, the Astral Equinox. Press tab for portal locations. Yeah. All these different portals scattered around. But we're starting where everyone who played this game started, the Astral Equinox. In the Selenic stronghold. Cannonball! Ooh. I see loot. Got a new weapon, but I'm not going to use it yet. We're going to stick with this big, meaty axe for a while. And there's this thing called a codex. and with a little bit of context here. Aeons passed, an unknown evil force spread its malice and corruption to the known realms and lands. No one knows where it came from or why it came. However, it is most apparent that it means to corrupt the inhabitants of our once sacred lands. Many heroes, champions, and warriors have all tried to aid us. They have all been defeated. No one has successfully purged the lands of this seemingly limitless evil force. The champion, having overcome the trial of the Black Labyrinth and retrieving its holy treasure, the Axe, a symbol and key of power, was granted passage to the higher planes. The only mortal in 1,000 years to cross the gateway. As the champion traveled to the gateway, they heard the voice of the ancient creators, warning of the strength of the evil force. If the hero were to defeat the force, the ancients would be eternally grateful. Yep, there's some cheat codes, some bad guys here. I'm mostly going to, I'm probably just going to screen these off camera. The bad guys we're going to be facing here are the Astral Acolytes, the holy sect of the moon inhabitants Astral Equinox. They were corrupted by the evil force. The evil influence is spread throughout their society, including their leader, the Lunar Guardian. He now dreams of death and pain. And of course, various weapons. And all kinds of other stuff here. I'm probably just going to screen that off camera and then edit in stuff. And, oh hey, enemies! Yeah. Those are melee aggressors, by the way. They just rush up to you and smack you. Although, apparently on this difficulty, they can also dash a short distance towards you. Press tab to see level stats. At least the melee combat's done a bit better now than it was in earlier versions of the game. And those red things, as you saw, are health. And here we have a new weapon. From these sacred waters, the Azure Orb, which is in the staff, was formed. And now we have ranged enemies, too. They basically have a slash attack, as you can see. A ranged slash attack. The way forward lies both left and right, and this requires 2 keys. The gold and silver keys. I have to say, though, this has become several different flavors of interesting because of the changes I've encountered. Just the first two. Those melee guys alone. Good. Out! There we go. Oh boy. Now flying guys. Bonk. Yeah, I think this will actually be kind of interesting, seeing the new changes to the enemies on Evil difficulty. I'm not sure if these are just changes that came about in the recent update. I think there's stuff that Evil difficulty adds in. I think. Let's see. No secrets down here. Oh, wait. Do I stand corrected? Now, you may even notice I've been picking up souls. Some of which have been from my enemies, and some of which have just been laying around. Those are actually relevant because, as you can see under my health, there's that bar that's filling up. Collecting souls fills it up, and when it fills up all the way, well, just wait and see. Oh! That's what happens when the bar fills up all the way. You can then press Alt Fire to engage soul power, which powers up all your weapons. And in the case of the Staff of the Azure Orb, it makes it fire quicker. Water and blood, soul and fire. Yeah. Send someone else here. Oh. I have to say, I do like it when, I do like how Evil difficulty so far is overhauling everything. And yeah, the axe, as you can see, the axe is quite powerful. Capable of devastating most of the weaker bad guys. Jeez. But a bit risky to use. Oh, okay, there we go. Apostle down. I think that's what those guys are called, apostles. Got the gold key. Yeah, I distinctly remember on lower difficulties these flying guys only fire one shot at a time. But on Evil difficulty, everything's been overhauled. Hopefully for the better. Oh, and also, you cannot take fall damage, and you cannot take drowning damage in this game, even though you can fall a far distance and go underwater for a fairly long time. You cannot, the only deadly falls here are trigger-based. So let's see. Okay, I have the gold key. I think I need to head this way next. Huh? Where's that, above me? Wow. Yeah, the axe is tremendously powerful, but a bit risky to use. A bit risky to use. Alright. Oh, you want to see what the axe does when powered up? It becomes a blender. Yep. Soul power doesn't last long, but it also doesn't take long to fill it back up either, especially not on hard or evil difficulty with the fact that it adds in more enemies. And as you can see, okay, but the ammo sources are mana items, which are very much akin to the way they were in Hexen. And the blue switches you just have to touch to activate. Gold and silver switches require their respective keys, and red runes require you to shoot them. Oh dear. Now since that guy is a tougher enemy, the souls he drops charge up my soul power more. Than just killing regular bad guys. Oh great, now we got the bomb throwing guys. Okay. Keep a track of where those bombs land a bit better. Did I hear another? Ah, there it is. Some of these weapons are kind of alternated versions of weapons from Heretic and Hexen. Like this behaves very much like the Serpent Staff. And this is kind of like the Ethereal Crossbow. The Whisper's Edge. Use the Whisper's Edge wisely. It may strike many foes at once. Yeah, the big slashes it fires can actually rip through multiple targets in a line if you manage to line it up correctly. Not that useful against these flying guys, though. Ooh. I'm pretty sure it does more damage overall. Okay. Oh, one of them already died. Now that is a mega health item. The Raven games didn't have mega health items. They just had, at most, full health restorers, but... Okay, I need to reconfigure that option real quick. Okay, there we go. I'm fairly certain I heard another... Yeah. In a confined space, the powered-up Whisper's Edge can be an absolute killer. Or against crowds. Like you saw, it just cleave through all those guys. A medieval does have damaging surfaces, but I don't think that's one of them. Platform to Bastion of the Blue Moon.
Nope.
Come on. There we go. Ah, and there's our exit. Every time you see something marked with this, it's an exit. Looks like I managed to wipe out every last monster in the map. I'm not going to be getting every single secret, and I'm fairly certain a medieval does not have secret levels in it. But we'll continue on regardless.